Yo, what's going on, everyone? So if you guys watched my last video, you guys know I have a leaky injector in cylinder 4. So today we're going to take care of that issue with brand new Index 12s. Shout out to the dude that sold them to me. I got them brand new for 1K flat, which is pretty unheard of. So without further ado, we're gonna get into a quick install today. It's really not that difficult. You don't need a lot of tools. So what you will need is you'll need a 14mm wrench. You'll need, I believe, an E12 with an extension and a ratchet. And then you may or may not need an injector removal tool. It depends if you want to be safe or not. You won't really want to force them out with your hands because you can ruin the injector bores, basically ruining the entire head, and you'll need a new head. You'll get misfires for missing compression or low compression. So basically, to start this video off, we're just gonna remove the engine cover, and then we're gonna remove the cowls. This is not an M3 cowl. I made this myself with what's it called? Not a salsa, but Dremel. Just dremeled it and then put this weather strip over it. But I did snap it, as you can see, so I may have to go buy or source a new one and redo it, but it works for now. Okay, so now we have a better look at the injectors. So the first thing we're going to want to do is take our 14mm wrench and basically just crack it loose. And my car's been sitting for a week because I haven't been driving it. Been waiting for the decouplers to come in, so I don't think I'll have a bunch of fuel in. But if you just drove your car within a day and you let it sit, you'll probably have some pressure built up, but we shall see. I think I have a little bit coming out, just a little bit. So if you do have a lot of fuel, you just want to open one up and then it'll basically leak out completely and then out of your rail, and then you can just take off all the other ones without any leaking. Pretty simple. Just want to crack both. So recently, or not recently, but I've been running the original injectors on this thing. So they're like Index 7s, and about a year ago I had one starting to clog and misfire. So what I had to do is I had to buy like used injectors. So I found just some dude on Facebook Marketplace the same day, just grabbed like $300-400. And those have been working well for like the past year. But then now, after going single at this power level, I really don't want to risk blowing anything. Plus, I'm already leaking at one. So now that one's leaking, I figured, the rest are not too far behind. Some people like to take out the fuse for the fuel pump, which you can do. I would recommend it if, like, let's say you just drove your car. Ooh, see there? Some people take it, it'll still spray. But it's whatever. I'll live with that. Now that you removed everything, the next step is you can either take out the connections to the injectors themselves, or you could take out the brackets that's holding the injectors down. I think I'm just gonna go ahead and remove the connectors first. So you kind of just want to pull up on them. They're little, you just want to pull up. Be careful not to break them. You can pull a little, give a little tug. Okay, so Now the next step, I'm pretty sure it's an E12. I'm gonna double check. Yep, that's an E12. So there's 3 brackets and 3 bolts that you want to take out. You can, I don't know if you can see on the camera, but they're right down there. They shouldn't be too tight. This is pretty much what the bracket looks like. It's curved, so when you put it down, you want to put it face down because it acts as like a retainer spring. So we'll just put that there. You have 2 more. So now that everything's out, pretty much you're ready to take out the injectors. And that's what I have this slide hammer tool for. So you're basically just gonna twist this on and pull the injectors. But before I do that, I'm gonna prep the new injectors because I've heard that if you leave the hole or the injector bore without an injector for too long, say like 10 minutes or so, it may cause the bore to swell. I don't know how true that is, but I just want to be prepared. I also need to take pictures of the codes, so when I do code these in, they will be calibrated correctly. So I'm going to do that really quick. Okay, so what you guys can see is I just took them all out, and I already pre-installed the new decouplers. You want to replace those every time you take out your injector. I've heard if they're fairly new, you could probably reuse them. These also have seals that are kept on these tubes, and you basically don't want to take those out until you're ready to put them in. So we're pretty much ready to take this slide hammer, and like I said, you just basically want to thread this onto the injector thread. First I'll see if they're loose. If anything, yeah, they're all pretty in there. So you basically just want to twist it on there, or not that, sorry, this, and you basically just want to hammer it out just like that. It comes out, and look at all that carbon on there. That's what a 145,000 mile injector tip looks like. So we'll just set that down right there, and we'll just continue with the rest. Wow, look at that one. That one's cylinder 3. That one looks bad. That one's caked in oil. Holy. That one's so bad. So this is the one that was leaking. So let's see. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. That is terrible. Wow. That's god awful. So actually we 100% had 2 leaking injectors. So now we are ready to install the new injectors. So like I said, they have these metal tips if you buy them brand new. Just want to take a wrench, the seal. Once they're out, you want to just plop them in, shift the line, and then just push down. And just push down. As you can see, it's a fairly simple process to do. I already have a couple of new ones on deck, so we're just gonna take one of these. Where's my gap tool? These, the 97506s. So for all you wondering, it was leaking. Oh my god, that's really bad. That is really bad. That's what I felt. Wow, so much. There's so much gas on that. That's insane. It was leaking bad. So now we move on to the coating part. And to do that, I'm not using INPA or anything. All you really need is an OBD2. This is the Foxwell, I think it's the NT510. Okay, so it says following values are saved. 574214. This might stutter for a second or two. no fuel leaks, hopefully. At least that's what I checked. We're gonna go for a little test drive. Sounds good. The first startup was a little iffy, but that's expected. There was extra fuel in the cylinder, or in the piston walls. I just wanted to give a quick recap before I close out the vid. So everything seems to be running really good. No misfires. I wasn't able to do any watt pulls because traffic's pretty ass today, but it drives really good. I feel more confident pushing down the pedal, getting into boost more because I don't have leaky injectors or high mileage ones either. No fuel leaks. The only stumbling was when the first start, but that's kind of normal. Other than that, it's been running really good after this test drive. Like really, really good. Really smooth. So the next step for me, once all this salt gets off the road, it gets maybe a little bit warmer, I can do a log. I'll be able to send that to my tuner, CD919, and let's see if the injectors were the cause of me, I want to say missing a couple pounds of boost, but I was on the lower spectrum of maxing out the high pressure fuel pump on 17.5 PSI on E40 with a Gen 2 6466, and then basically a straight pipe exhaust. So there's no airflow restriction or whatever. So that's the next step. What I do have in the works probably for the next video is I have a couple bits of carbon to put on. I'm gonna redo the mirror caps. I have an antenna, carbon antenna thing, the shark fin, and then I guess I'll show you guys now. But I'm basically, my bumper is pretty fucked, so it may look good on camera, but this basically chipped off. I guess I was rubbing on the highway or whatnot. Because a year ago I spun out. If you check my Instagram, you can check that out. And I broke the brackets for here and here. So I ended up just zip tying it, but I guess I was riding a little bit too low and it just snapped. So the next video I have a replacement bumper, the exact same M3 bumper, but we're gonna replace the what's it called? The fog lights for some air ducts. And then I also have a brand new lip because I accidentally forgot to lower my jack on wood on one of my wheels, because I have to do that to lower it without breaking my lip, and I accidentally just fucking slammed that shit on the ground. And yeah, that happened. So I'm either gonna try and sell it, or maybe even like I could probably salvage it and paint it and keep it as a spare if I ever need to. But yeah, you see no misfires, it's running good. I would say it's definitely not, I don't know if it's an upgrade, but it's definitely worth doing the index 12s for peace of mind, because now I feel like this engine should not blow, because I'm not pushing a lot of boost and I'm not maxing out really much. So, but I'm excited to get this new bumper on. It's already wrapped. I'm just waiting on a little something for here. I'm gonna change those out for something else. But yeah, that's gonna wrap up the video. Hope you guys enjoyed, and I'll catch you in the next one.